This week I painted an Ork Painboy. This is another commission for Tyson, and I'm helping him add a new mini to his collection. A few videos ago, I painted some Ork Stormboys in a few different color schemes. That video acted as a breakdown to help him decide on an overall scheme for his army. Since then, we had a few discussions on refining the aesthetic of the army. This will be the template for the color scheme with a few alterations. The breakdown goes as follows: purple for the armor pieces, blue for the clothing, and these colors will be inverted for HQ choices, gunmetal for metallic elements, copper to break up the gunmetal, yellow teeth, bone elements in bone color, blue eyes, lenses, and energy color, brown wash on everything, rust and chipping on everything, blood effects on some minis, gray rock for bases, and snow in random amounts. Prime the mini with a pre-shade to provide a natural gradient for the base coat. Please forgive me if it's a little hard to follow along. I experimented with a few different techniques and I changed my mind multiple times while painting. Sorry in advance. I want to try blocking in most of the primary colors with an airbrush because it might speed up the process and help me pre-visualize as I go. I start with basing the grot a dark green, then a lighter green for the orc, and by using an airbrush, I'm able to get a nice even coating for the pre-shade to show through. Gunmetal for the right hand and backpack unit, purple for the apron, blue for the metal armor pieces. Clean up the purple with a brush, paint the grot's pants blue. I painted the right shoulder plate in the purple by mistake, so I went back to paint it blue. Gray for the Painboy's pants. Clean up the gunmetal, copper for some of the other metallic elements to break up the gunmetal. I forgot to paint his left leg, so gunmetal for that. Copper for the gun, clean up the orc's flesh with some light green. Black for the boot, tool holster, and straps. Yellow for the teeth. Paint in the eyes blue. While I wait for that to dry, I paint red for the syringes and tubes. Touch up the eyes with a green. Orange for the needle being held by the grot. The blue I chose earlier didn't contrast well, so I decided to go back with a darker blue. And to make the liquid pop more, I paint in blood effects on the red, blue glaze on the blue, and orange glaze on the orange. A brown wash for the entire mini. Oops, looks like I missed a few details. I went back and painted in the tubes on the right shoulder and left hip red. The shade didn't look even for my liking, so I used a larger brush to reapply the brown wash. Gray dry brush for the black to highlight the details. A light dry brush of silver to highlight the metallic elements. And a dry brush of orange for all the metal elements to give it a rusty effect. The shade dealt the liquid effects, so I repainted the blood effects, blue glaze and orange glaze. Gonna use OSL for the monocle and power generator because I want to have a glowing effect. Start with dark blue, followed by a lighter blue, and finishing with a white. I got some overspray on the shoulder. Before the paint dries, use a wet brush to clean up. Rock texture paint for the base, followed by a black wash to shade in the detail, and a gray dry brush to highlight. Paint the rim black, and add some snow texture. To finish up, some blood effects for his right hand, because it does look pretty dangerous. I think using an airbrush for blocking in my primary colors gave me more clarity with where I'm heading with my painting. But it's a little counterproductive. The colors tend to overlap, and when I go back and clean it up, I lose my pre-shades. Basically all that airbrush work for nothing. But at least at the end of the day, the Painboy meets Tyson's criteria and he's happy with it. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile role-playing game, and it's totally free. Just kidding, I'm just chilling the Discord again. You know the drill. join for free. That's a great price! Links in the description below. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.